let's get into it. I know it's been forever since we did this. First, since we did a sit down video, and two, since I posted on YouTube. I am so sorry guys about that, but I am back, baby. And I know you're wondering, isn't that your seat from your other house? I thought you moved to Diani. We're gonna talk about it right now, so grab your drink. This is just soda, some coffee, some tea. You know, it's cold in Nairobi. Grab whatever food and let's yap. I'm gonna try to make sure that the video is not longer than 20 minutes because it's just a life update. And I just realized the last time I did one was this month on July last year, so it's been an year. We got a lot to catch up on, but mostly I want to focus on this year and the move. Look at Peanut, she's so huge. Do you guys remember when we got her? Like, she was so tiny. She's so huge. Ouch. Okay, they're gonna be the end of me, and that is Huru. So it's been a year since we did a life update. A lot has changed. Life has lived. I'm 27 now. I know, crazy. I turned 27 last month on June. Peanut, I saw she just gives me heart attack pressures because I'm like, you're gonna fall. Anyway, I'm 27 now, in my late 20s. Crazy, but I love it. I love it so much. I have learned so much. I have grown so much. I can't even compare myself to who I was in like my early 20s. That's even a different story. That girl, totally different. Honestly, I don't even know who she was. I mean, it was still me and I love her, but crazy. My mid-20s and now my late 20s, I'm just like, the vibe is just different. Anyway, we're gonna focus on the move. So the last time you guys saw my videos, I told you that I left the city life for a slower life in Diani, and now I'm back in Nairobi. My cats want to start now playing here. Now when I have decided to shoot. Do you know how long it has taken that type of energy for me to sit here? Huru, Peanut, they are acting so unbothered. Anyway, I am back in Nairobi. Diani was great. My plan was to stay there for 3 months, but I ended up staying there for 2 months. I had to come back to Nairobi because something was going on, like had to figure out, so I came back to Nairobi. When I was coming back to Nairobi, I had not planned that I'm not gonna go back to Diani, but I looked at the logistics of it all. I was like, there's no need. I'm gonna be here in Nairobi anyway for like two weeks, and then go back to Diani for like 2 weeks, and then now move back again to Nairobi, like only stay for 2 weeks. And I was like, it's not gonna make any sense financially, first of all, because like I'm gonna have to pay rent for the whole month in Diani, and I'm only gonna be there for 2 weeks. I was like, because of my birthday and all that, I was like, let me just commit and just stay in Nairobi. I had not planned that when I was coming back to Nairobi the last week of May, but everything still worked out. So I came back to Nairobi in June, and then I moved in my house this month. I am still unpacking, I'm still organizing. I've been doing sales on Instagram. If you follow me there, you've seen. I am also getting rid of my chairs. I think tomorrow actually I'm gonna go to the carpenter and like get a new chair, because the vibe is gonna give now me like grown late 20s Peanuts. I swear, it's always something with these cats. It's always something with these children. I can't take a break. Anyway, guys, what was I saying? I'm gonna get a different couch. My house is gonna look very different from my other house because I want this to give more me. The other one, it was my first time moving out ever in my life. Okay, I had lived alone once, but hiyo ni story time ingine siku moja nitawapea, but haikukuwa hao yangu. Wow, I feel I have lived so many lives. Nowadays, I am just like, wow, like, what is there to do? Like, I feel like I've lived so many lives. If you're my friend, you know. Like as in, if kama you know in me in person, my stories. But anyway, maybe school magenta bring back the story times. So that was my first time ever living in my house, my own house, doing everything. And at first I really wanted it to like give me, but like it was my first time moving out, and obviously we all know about the influencer houses looking similar and shit. With the couch, I wanted to get a colored couch Nikki move out, and then of course my mind will get influenced na izo nini zote, and I got a cream couch and stuff. So this time around I feel like I've also grown much more into my personality. I am creating one, I'm coming to realization of one. I start growing older, it gets better. Some things life with life, and it's gonna be tough, all the realization, but I swear it gets better, especially for me and the relationship that I'm learning to create with myself. I feel like it does get tough at times, but also it gets so much more better. So back to the whole story, because I'm sure probably you are like, Sarah, why did you move to Diani? Let me tell you guys, I've always had this idea of living in Diani, and I've been there a couple of times, and I saw when I'm in Diani, I just be thriving. The life, I don't know if it's because the lifestyle there, it's so slow, like slow. And for my brain that is always running 24/7, like when I tell you guys my brain, you can never ask me at any moment what are you thinking, and I just tell you that my mind is blank. And I'm gonna tell you like some really deep shit, or like some traumatic shit, or some fantasy daydreaming shit, or like some revelation, some whatever philosophy. Sometimes even if it's just service level stuff, I will have a thought in my brain. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even if it's about the trees, the TV, the mirror, my brain, I may not be talking, but my brain doesn't know how to quiet. I don't know if it's ADHD, CPTSD, I don't know, like it's just that. And in Diani, like it favors my skin, it favors my mood, it's just so chill, hakuna pressure. Hey, and compared to Nairobi, but I still love Nairobi. That's why I'm back. So after going on the solo trip in Diani, that idea of living there really became more and more loud. And in, I would say December, I was feeling it so much. I didn't know TikTok zawase wenye who have moved to Diani. This is not psychosis, trust you me, like. And I sat thinking about it. Then eventually, like at around Feb, not me, at me, Feb, I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna move next month in March. So I gave my notice end of Feb, and I moved my stuff, left them somewhere safe, and then I went to Diani. At that Airbnb, again my plan was to stay there April, May, June, and then come back in July. Yeah, and I ended up coming back in June, although I've told you guys it was unplanned. The thing is, I was feeling so much pressure, and I feel like imepungua when I was living in my other house. Have you ever like felt like the walls in your house are about to just swallow you? Like, I don't know how to describe it. Basically, I had outgrown the space, I had outgrown the area. I was just seeing negative things about the area, negative things about the place. Like, okay, not about the house. Like, I loved my house. It was my first apartment, it was my first baby. Like, I will always love and appreciate that house. But one thing about me I have realized, when I have outgrown somewhere or something or someone, like I will feel it. Like, it doesn't matter how much I ignore it, I will feel it. And then there's this whole pattern with where I live. I realize there is a certain pattern. At a certain time period, I'll just start feeling I have outgrown that location and I need to move. And yeah, it always works out. So I came back to Nairobi. Another thing, yo, I'm telling you, people always ask me. I say I get DMs, I get questions every time I do a Q&A. People are like, Sarah, how do you deal with being a firstborn daughter? Like, how do you deal with being like the breadwinner of your family, and I'm telling you guys, the pressure. Do like this. I tell you your story. Let me take a deep breath. It's not easy. Like, I'm not regretting, I'm not complaining, but okay, maybe I'm complaining, but I still love them regardless, but it's not easy. And to have I feel like I was in this point of my life that I was going through so much change, so much evolution. One thing about me, nita grow. One thing about me, I'm gonna keep being a different person every few months, and yeah, and it's not from not having a stable sense of self, actually from a point of creating a more stable sense of me. Like, I learn, I relearn, I grow. Kwanza, the type of person I was a year ago versus now, my whole world is different. How I see things, how I interact with people, how, like, I was naive, guys. And I know even right now, years to come from now, like when I'm in my 30s, I'm gonna be like, yo, my 27-year-old self was so naive. But like, when I tell you guys, I went through something that totally took away the naivety from me. Yani, the universe was like, you know, I don't wish that experience on anyone, but honestly, it's an experience that will make you learn a lot, by force, by fire. And I'm grateful for the experience, honestly. So back to me going to Diani. So I was like, I feel this pressure, like my sister is in school, I cater for everything, her school fees, her pocket money, and I'm not at enough loss, guy. Yo, I wish see flaws na pia complain at the same time. I'm just telling you, I'm giving it to you straight. And then there's my mom and her bills, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm getting emotional, and I'm not crying. And then there was this need for me. I don't know if it was because I'm getting into my late 20s or because I'm growing. There was this need for me to start prioritizing myself, like show myself that I love myself and I matter to myself. Like, you know, sometimes when we talk about self-love, it's usually very theoretical. We don't talk about the practicality of it all and how it's a process. And I think the more you get older, the more you learn about yourself and you self-actualize, the more you really come closer to who you are, if there's such a thing, if you believe in such a thing. And I started feeling, I need to pause. I need to really genuinely start thinking about me. What does Sarah want? What are some of her experiences? Because I'll make money, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like, that was not an, but for me, like all the responsibilities that I had, I almost felt like I don't have a life of myself. Like, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm talking about it from a self-discovery way. Like, I felt like, you know, me is calling me to show up for me. To also notice me, to also be there for me. And this is something that I'm still learning, and other things I'm still unlearning. Like, I didn't know how to prioritize myself. I'm not even gonna hold you, and it's not a noble thing to say. Like, I feel like it's something, like, obviously it starts from my childhood, my family, it goes to friends and partners, and I can never like regret or take it back, because I'm not saying I'm a victim of my circumstances. I had to go through that for me to get here. But I realized, like, I take care of other people, and it's great, and I love it, and I love them. But I also need to do that for me. I need to explore me. like, I don't know how to explain it. This is so unplanned because I was not planning to talk about this. I was just planning to tell you guys about the new chapter, the new move, like I'm starting over and all that stuff. And so basically, let me just tell you, in my flow to sijaya script anything, sijaya nini anything. It's like a part of me started calling on me to see her, to acknowledge her, to give her experiences, to show her that she also matters to me, and like, you know, she deserves to live. That's the word. That's the thing, that she deserves to also have a life and live it. And not because anybody ever told me that I don't, but because of, you know, things you've gone through in life, your conditioning and all this stuff. And I had to unlearn that and learn new ways of thinking and showing up for myself. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Diani. This is gonna be a sign of me choosing me. And I'm telling you guys, I had not planned on coming back to Diani, but even if I show you my voice note journal entries, because sometimes I find it very hard to do the manual journaling. Wow, journaling. So I do the voice whatever, and then they transcribe, and then nazieka kwa nini. I was like, when I came back to Nairobi, I have never felt so much more love for myself than I did in that moment. That's something that was just like, you know, I feel like Diane will give me a slower nini. At that moment, I didn't know it was gonna be this huge step and revolutionary, like, thing that is gonna bring me closer to my self-love. I swear, I've not gotten there. I'm not the best, but like, have I gotten much better? I feel a different relationship with myself. I'm sure it's also because I'm growing older and the things I'm learning and how I'm choosing myself nowadays. I still struggle at times. Everybody has things that they struggle with, and I don't think anyone will ever get to any point, even if you are older, that you won't. But I have a better relationship with myself. I still struggle at times with nini. I'm sure it's gonna take time for me to really embrace that I deserve all these things and to show up for myself just like I would for other loved ones. And it's not their fault. Like, this is all me and my own conditioning. It's like, you know, experiences form your conditioning, and then when you grow up, like, they keep enforcing, and it's on you to be like, okay, hold up, like, now let me do something differently, or like, let me try something differently. I didn't know what it means to give yourself grace and compassion until like recently, the recent few months. Don't even understand what actually that means. That I can tone down the critical in my head at times. I can be compassionate to myself. I can show myself grace while still like correcting myself. So yeah, I didn't know, like nowadays I understand what it means to be like, even if you have done a mistake, or even if you're going through a tough time, even life in other things, talk to yourself like you're a friend, like how you would talk to your best friend or somebody you love, or your sister or your partner. Talk like that to yourself. And nowadays I try, because I'm an overthinker. But the fact that saa zingine hata naweza, sometimes nashindwa kabisa to control my overthinking, and it gets the best of me. But it's not like before. Like, I have so much progress. I will actually be like, I'll think it through and like think, what would I tell a friend if she was in this position? Genuinely, if it's somewhere where I need to hold myself accountable, I do, gently but still accountable. And if it's somewhere where like, it's okay, like, this is life, this is the rawness of life, the vulnerabilities, the insecurities, the challenges, the messiness of life. So on that chapter, with how I relate with myself, I feel like it's getting better. Again, it's something that I'm still learning. So like, I'm sure one day I'm gonna learn, then the next I'm gonna fall. But that's the whole point of progress and change. It doesn't happen once, but slowly, each step, one day you're gonna look back and be like, oh, because even when I came back to Diani and I had that feeling, of course it didn't happen within those 2 months. It's something that I have been doing, but I was never seeing until I came and I felt it and was like, oh, okay, this is different. And I'm forever grateful for that. Nini, I also saw some things in Diani, like I'm like, wow, watu ni wengi huku, people are living life so many different, there's so many possibilities in this universe of how people are living life, and that's on them, like, to each their own. Anyway, I'm now back. I am setting up my house. I'm super excited. I feel motivated, kind of. I'm gonna get back to YouTube. Some vlogs you'll see, they're from a couple of months ago. Like, I'm grateful that I actually took this time to rest. This is the first time ever in 5 years since I started YouTube that I have not posted for almost like a month. I'm gonna do my best to be back, to be consistent, because, you know, at the end of the day I still have these freaking responsibilities. But I thank God, I thank the universe, I thank me, because if there's one thing that I'm gonna do is put in the work. Hapo kwanza emotionally I'm finna put in the work. I'm not perfect, like, I don't think that's possible, but yeah. So if you are feeling like you're being called to change, or like you're feeling you have outgrown certain things, trust that, and trust that it always works out. So I'm in this house. It's beautiful. I appreciate it. It's smaller than the other one. The other one was 2 bedroom. I got 1 bedroom right now because I was like, I actually don't think I need it. Plus right now, like, I have a child. Watching our minions. My sister is in school, like, Namfunza, and I also take care of my mom and me. Like, I have plans for me that I must achieve. Do you know, I was like really making money. Nah, like, now wishing like ninge also put that money into my own experiences, into my own life. I didn't, and it's okay. You live, you learn, and it's not like I regret. But right now, I also really wanna prioritize myself to have experiences. It doesn't mean I'm gonna neglect like my nini. Like, though I feel like I don't. Hata siwezi weza ku nini, but I am trusting the universe to really send me opportunities that allow me to grow, to flourish as Sarah, not Sarah the firstborn, not Sarah the breadwinner, like, just me, and live my life too. Because at the end of the day, that's what you have, your life, and it matters, and you deserve it. It doesn't matter what your beliefs, your subconscious need things, like, you deserve it, and you matter to you, and you don't matter because of what you bring to other people, or like those things, they don't define your worth. Sure, at times if you're really conditioned to that, you will feel like that, but the more you keep on learning, the more you will understand. And at Mimi, I'm still doing that. I'm not telling you because I'm coming from this perfect, I've learned it all point. Like, I'm still open to so much more growth, so much more change, which I know is gonna happen. I'm only 27, but I am grateful. And I'm so excited to come back, and I love you guys so much. Everybody who texted me telling me you missed me, guys, on YouTube, you guys have no idea how much that means to me. And you know, I am grateful for my subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't. We're gonna get this new journey popping. It's a new couch, a new house. The vibes are perfect. Look at this. I'm shooting this video at 6:10 and my house is still has light. I love that about this house. My other house, only the bedroom had enough natural lighting. This one, I love it. And I'm so excited, and I'm so grateful for all challenges that I have gone through, for all lessons, for all wins, because it has not all been bad. Yeah, and I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm just grateful for life, and I'm grateful to be here. And the humanness, the messiness of life, the amazingness of life, that's what we are supposed to be here to experience. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm gonna be dropping some vlogs soon from the past, and then we're gonna now pick up and keep going. I am also I'm excited that I feel like my creativity block is starting to unblock, and I'm grateful, and I'm still learning, and I'm not perfect. And if you relate to this video, no, you're not alone, and I'm sending you so much love. And don't let fear ever hold you back. And even if it does, like, that's okay then, like it was meant to go like that. But always try your best and bet on yourself. That's one thing I can always tell you, bet on yourself. Okay, bye guys, I love you guys so much. Bye. Watch and subscribe. Now watch ads. Bye.